You ever look up a company online and find two totally different versions of it? Well, that's exactly the puzzle we're getting into today with a brand called ZuhaWorld. In this explainer, we're going to dig in and try to piece together these two very different identities to figure out what this company is really all about. So on one side, you find this super polished, high-tech web design service, all about performance and clean layouts. But then, on the other hand, there's this heartfelt social club based in Bangladesh that's all about community impact. It's like two completely different worlds, but they have the same name. So what's the connection? Let's find out. All right, so let's start by looking at these two websites. We're going to break them down one by one to really get a feel for each identity, starting with the tech side of things. So our first stop is ZuhaWorld Green Heaven. I mean, just the name itself sounds slick and modern, right? Their whole website is geared towards building better websites. It uses that sharp, results-driven language you'd totally expect from a professional web agency. But then, we stumble upon something completely different. ZuhaWorld Social Impact. This one immediately grounds us in a real place, Muradpur, in Dhaka, Bangladesh, and it even introduces its founder. The entire focus just shifts from business and commerce right over to community. Okay, so let's really zoom in on that first identity, the one we're calling the performance engine. This is ZuhaWorld's Green Heaven. Let's see what makes it tick. I mean, just look at the language here. Modern features, built for performance, clean design. It's all about efficiency, looking good, and most importantly, getting results. You can tell this is aimed squarely at businesses who want to make a splash online. And this quote from their site, it just perfectly captures it. Design made simple, performance made powerful. That's such a classic, punchy slogan for a tech company, right? It promises you're getting something that's both easy to use and incredibly effective. So the takeaway from this side of ZuhaWorld is crystal clear. They're here to help you build a professional, polished online presence that turns visitors into customers. It's a straightforward service with a really clear goal. All right, now let's do a complete 180. We're going to flip over to the other side of the coin, the social mission of ZuhaWorld, social impact. And this is where the story gets really, really interesting. So the official description here is a premier social club. We get a specific location in Dhaka, and we meet the founder, M. Arman Uzuha. Right away, you can see this is a story about people and place, not about pixels and performance. And you can feel the shift in tone immediately with this motto from the founder. This isn't about gaining market share. It's about social responsibility. It's this idea that everyone can contribute, that collective action matters. That's clearly the heart of this organization. And listen, this isn't just a nice idea. They've actually got a game plan. Their main services are all about building community, giving writers a voice through digital platforms, and using social media to create a positive impact. There's a real solid structure to their mission. Okay, so that's the mission, but does it actually work? Is it making a difference? Well, let's hear directly from the voices of the community. These testimonials from their partners and clients really paint a powerful picture. First up, we've got Mirza Nahid Hossain, who calls their service exceptional. And that phrase, goes above and beyond, that really stands out, doesn't it? It points to a really deep commitment, which fits their mission perfectly. Next, S.W. Lopa talks about outstanding quality and professionalism. And that word, professionalism, that's interesting. It kind of starts to bridge that gap we were talking about between the two identities. It suggests they hold a high standard in everything they do. Ashik A.B. Zuha hits on two huge words here, reliable and trustworthy. I mean, for any company, that's important. But for a community-focused group, trust is absolutely everything. And finally, Jafreen Jareen points to their process, highlighting their impressive attention to detail and excellent communication. So this tells us how they work, with a lot of care and collaboration. It's no wonder they've earned such a strong reputation. Okay, so we've seen both sides of the coin, the high-tech agency and the high-touch social club. Now for the big question. How do they fit together? It's time to connect the dots. We're back where we started, really. How do these two very different worlds connect? One seems focused on profit, the other on people. On the surface, they feel like total opposites. And then you see it. It's the clue that was hiding in plain sight the whole time. Right there on the Social Impact website, there's a little link to their other website. That's not a mistake. That's a deliberate connection. They want you to see both sides. And that leads us to this really cool idea. What if the web design agency is the engine that funds and powers the social club's mission? It suggests a model where their commercial skills aren't just for making money, but for directly fueling a social purpose. And that just leaves you with this fascinating thought. Maybe ZuhaWorld isn't confused at all. Maybe they're actually pioneering a whole new kind of business, one where tech skills and social good aren't separate things, but two halves of the same whole. Could this be what the future of business looks like? Commerce with a conscience?